Everyone, my name is Danae Hughes and welcome to All Facts, No Cap. This is going to be a series where you guys will learn about all of the different STIs that affect youth amongst ages 14 to 24. Please stay tuned for helpful information, helpful tips, and just good knowledge that'll help you lead your lives safely. Hey guys, how y'all doing today?
We're doing fine.
I'm doing great.
Nice. What have y'all been up to during quarantine?
Eating.
Oh my goodness, you guys should probably stop eating and start doing some research. Have you guys heard about bacterial STIs?
Huh. What is bacteria?
What is STIs?
I'm glad that you asked. So a bacterial STI is an STI that can be treated and cured with antibiotics. You don't live with it forever. However, if you do live with it for a long time, there are possibilities that they could damage your internal reproductive organs. Make sense? Have you guys ever heard any of those? Any of those?
I think I know about syphilis. I think syphilis is a bacterial STI. It's highly contagious and it's really easy to contract if you come in contact with the sores or lesions if someone has syphilis. So it comes in 3 stages, right? So the first stage is a painless sore at site of infection. So it can show up on your penis, your tongue, your mouth, your vagina, and it will actually go away and come back and see you stage 2 if you don't get it treated. And stage 2 is a little bit worse. You get a rash all over your body. It kind of resembles a selfish allergic reaction, but the difference is that it does not itch, it doesn't burn, and once it heals, it actually takes off like a cornflake cereal, okay? And then if you don't get that treated, it will actually go away and see you in stage 3. So there's 3 parts of in stage 3. So there's early stage 3 and there's late stage 3. So early stage 3, it can be like a crater in the face, and it's still treatable and you can still get it cured. But when it hits later stage 3, where it starts to eat you from the inside out, it will start eating your brain. It causes dementia. You start losing your nose and things like that. That's when it's actually harder to treat and it's kind of incurable at that stage. And so when it comes to that, syphilis is just easily contracted by water falling, sharing someone's drink, kissing, things like that. And so that's what I know about syphilis, but someone might have more information on that. But that's what I know about it.
How do you get it?
So, so 2 negatives don't make a positive. So the only way that you can get syphilis is if you interact with somebody that has syphilis already. So if you were to make out with them, if you were to perform oral sex or do penetrative sex, that's a way that you can get syphilis.
What if I get it? Can I get it again, but I get it cured at the beginning?
Yeah, so the shot that you would get would be penicillin. But if you're allergic to penicillin, then they will give you something that is another antibiotic and a lot stronger. And so when it comes to that, you can get cured from it. But the thing is that it's always going to stay with you in a sense of if you were to get tested later on in life, it will show up that you once had syphilis. That's the one thing that I know about syphilis.
So it'll show that I still have it, but it doesn't mean that I'm having the symptoms, right?
Yeah, no, so the symptoms goes away, but you will just have that marker. So when you go to your doctor and stuff like that and you get tested, you want to make sure that you're honest and that you're telling them that you had syphilis before.
Thank you for that.
Wow. There was another one that they had mentioned. It started with a B, but I wasn't really sure how to pronounce it. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah, it's called bacterial vaginosis, also known as BV, like you said. So basically what that is, there's a lot of research on it. People don't know exactly what happens, but they have some thing to say about that. It's just basically where women have normal bacteria in their vagina already because we have good and bad bacteria. But when that bacteria is multiplied and it's just getting out of hand, then that's when it causes issues. So that's when bacterial vaginosis happens. It's just a vaginal inflammation. What happens is that maybe sometimes it burns when you pee, or sometimes it's not really considered an STI, but it happens so commonly in people from 15 to 44 years of age usually. And so that's what we want to talk about that. So what happens is just if you have multiple people Let's say you have sex with multiple people, that would throw off the what it's called your pH. It's just a balance in your vagina. So if you have multiple partners, you're more likely to get bacterial vaginosis. So sometimes it can cause pain when you're having sex. So that's what they tell you. Like it's it can be cured with antibiotics. You had to stay strictly on the antibiotics for it to go away. But so what happens with that is just you just have to go get checked. People would just when you go to the doctor, they'll just check you down there and kind of get the bacteria and see what's going on. But it could be painful again when you are having sex. So it's just limit your partners. It's just something, again, it's just something that is produced on by ourselves. Like if we wear tight underwear, if we go to the pool and then we keep on that wetsuit for so long, it just causes bacteria. Again, you have that normal bacteria and just overproduces when you don't take care of yourself down there. So try not to use soaps with like that are scented, because then that will throw off the balance in your vagina. So you're more likely to get it too. So try not to wash with those types of things. Again, with the tight pants. So just be careful. But it can go away. So don't feel like it won't go away. It's a bacteria.
Did you say that it causes an odor? Did I hear you correctly?
Oh yes. So again, like if you will find a way, if you have it, if you see that you have like a discharge, it's either green, it can be kind of cloudy, kind of like kind of looks like a booger, kind of cheesy. So that can happen. Also, again, it could be green, like I said, and then it could smell like fish, but it's actually even worse. The smell would be stronger after you have sex. So you would definitely smell that the fishy smell. Mm-hmm. And just for you guys to know too, you can't pass if you're a female and you have sex with a male, you can't pass it down to them because it's not an STI. So they don't need to get tested. You would be the person that needs to get tested. But if you were to have sex with another female, if you're a female having sex with another female, you can definitely pass it down just because we have the bacteria, like we have vaginal bacteria, and so that can be passed down. But if you're female to male, you don't have, the male doesn't have to get tested. Female to female, yes, it can be passed down.
So the symptoms that you said was the foul she smell. How do you know it's not another STI? Because I know there's another STI that has the same symptoms, kind of.
Yes, so definitely. So this is why it's so important for you to get tested, because we don't know exactly what's going on, right? So we have a lot of STIs that can lead to a vaginal smell that smells like fish. So the best way to know is to always just get tested. If you're sexually active, just go ahead and go to the doctor, get tested at least 3 times a year. So for this one, I can only tell you the symptoms, that you have a discharge, it's either green or it smells like fish, but we will never know until we really get tested. Only you would know. If you have multiple partners and you feel like you're at risk, then let's just go to the doctor, because that's the for sure way to know.
That sounds really similar to another STI. I think it's called gonorrhea and chlamydia. But I don't know much about that one either.
So gonorrhea and chlamydia, these two are actually with symptoms that Jasenia just mentioned. They do have some similarities. So they have like that green discharge, that awful smell too, if it goes beyond the time. So if you had it for a very long time, that can happen as well. And the green discharge is one of the biggest things when it comes to gonorrhea and chlamydia. These two are actually called the sisters, and that's the same. The reason why they're called the sisters is because they have a lot of similarities when it comes to symptoms. Sometimes when it comes to chlamydia, women don't have symptoms at all, but again, it all depends on the person. So it could be one girl, it will show all this type of symptoms, a discharge, awful smell, or pain in the abdominal area. But for other women or other male, will just be, nothing at all. Definitely that green discharge will be one of the main things. But like I said, that does not necessarily mean you have gonorrhea and chlamydia, because like Jasenia mentioned, VA also has that as well. So the best thing is to just go to the doctor and see what you have, right? So just go and get tested for that. But chlamydia and gonorrhea, you can actually get that through sexual activity. So that will actually include all 5 types of sex. So that will include vaginal. Do you guys know any other ones?
Anal?
Anal, yeah. So vaginal, anal,
Digital.
oral, digital. I don't know about digital. Can you tell me about digital, Kevin?
So
Is it
digital.
like through a computer?
No, a lot of people think that digital sex is through the computer, but medically, your fingers are called digits. And so when if you insert your finger into a vagina or anus, or do I guess what they would call, use your hands to ejaculate a penis, then that would be called digital sex.
Nice.
Well,
Okay, well, thank you for explaining that to all of us. So yeah, you can get all of these through vaginal, oral, digital, and anal.
Hey guys, we're the Dreams Plus team, and we provide many services. Okay, we provide condom distribution and testing and other ones. But I'll let the team go ahead and explain that.
We also provide free HIV and syphilis testing.
I like free stuff.
We actually provide the testing, a rapid test and also a traditional test. And the two differences is that when it comes to rapid, it's only a stick in the finger and you'll have your results within a few minutes. And the traditional is taking actually blood from your vein and processing the blood within 2 weeks. You'll have your results. But definitely those two are for free. And we're also looking into getting gonorrhea and chlamydia for free as well. We're still pending on that, but definitely we should have that within the year coming up. And all of that would be free as well.
thank you, Karen, for telling us a little bit more about the services that we provide. So if you ever need more information or need to learn where we have condoms or where to get tested or anything like that, you can visit us online at www.bbusy.org. Or if you are not internet savvy and you have social media, please visit us on any of our social media platforms. We're on Facebook at Be Busy Inc. We are on Twitter as Be Busy Inc. and Instagram at Be Busy Hive. So feel free to drop in and check us out. Thanks for joining us today, guys, and we hope you have a great one. Stay safe and keep 6 feet apart. Bye.